Hi, Bizzy here. BeLove, BeLight, BeLieve. Thank you for joining me here on the Bizzy Show. Today, I'm out in the woods, went for a walk, climbed a little bit of a hill, and I'm here to get in tune with spirit and see what guidance there is for us today. For anyone out there watching, I did bring my Tibetan bowl with me. I feel it helps me get more in tune because the frequency of sound is more powerful than many of us actually realize. Here we go. There's quite a good breeze going today. I do like the wind. I've mentioned that before in previous videos. I find that nature can speak to us in many ways. The birds, the wind or breeze, weather in general, rain, sun, cloudy days, clear days. Mother Nature has emotions too, and she speaks with the weather, and it's frustrating that many in the humankind want to alter the weather with their chemtrails and their manipulations. And we want to wonder why our storms and such, and heat waves and hurricanes and tornadoes and all of these things getting worse. Part of it is because it's the cycle, and we just might not have documented records of Earth's natural circadian rhythm cycles, in addition to human beings trying to manipulate Earth's, Gaia's own natural way of being. Anyone out there, other light workers who are sensitive to weather will know what I'm talking about. How lack of sunlight or change in temperature or change in pressure can affect us in our regular daily lives. And Earth, Gaia, she lets us know when things are off balance. She doesn't like interference. She doesn't like the parasitic activities that go on, or in general littering, that many human beings still to this day think they can just throw their trash out on a road out the window of their car. Ever since I was a kid, it would irk me to be driving down the road and see trash on the road. I don't understand. We have systems in place to properly dispose of trash, which then eventually nature in its natural way will decompose these things and take care of it. And it's astounding to me that I can drive down the road and still see trash out on a highway or a back road, and that there are human beings out there neglecting this planet that provides us with everything that we need. There's a certain amount of respect for Gaia that must be met if humans want to stay here, if humans want to survive here. And in these trying times, many of us may or may not be eliminated through other means. And as unfortunate as it is, I know I don't want a future that continues these cycles of fear-mongering, of hatred and division. I know I want to see a future where we're living in communities with compassion, where we're growing our own foods, where we are gathering together in unison to work with Mother Nature, our Mother Gaia, to allow her to provide for us in the most natural ways. They're so simplistic, these ways. I'm a little heated. The littering really irritates my soul. We can't all go out and be an environmentalist. We can't all go out and be the leader of certain groups. We can, however, each one of us do our small part and our due diligence and make sure that we limit our consumption of things that are not biodegradable. It helps when we buy recycled or repurposed items as opposed to things off the factory line. It helps if we recycle the products that can be recycled and we take the time to make sure they make it to a recycling center or put it in a recycling bin instead of the regular trash. It helps to be mindful of the amount of water or energy that we use, although there are some new technologies where we will soon, hopefully, have unlimited sources of energy resources like solar power, wind power, water power. Those things will always be here. And they don't deplete the earth of her natural beingness like the crude oils do. There's that wind again, breezing up. I love when I find a new spot to go to, somewhere I've never been. It rejuvenates my soul on more levels than I probably can even understand or realize. Anyone out there who's felt trapped or stuck in a routine in your house, please go outside. even if it's just to a park close by. Put your bare feet on the ground, sit for a while without your technology on, and be present. Look around you. What do you see? Close your eyes for a moment. What do you hear? Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. What do you smell? Can you taste anything in the air? Feel around you, under your feet, under your toes. Even take your hands, put it on a tree for a moment and be. I've had a trying few weeks here, and not here in this place I'm at right now, more here. And I've come to realize, through an epiphany of sorts, and with help from my spirit guides and the universe, God, whatever we want to call that which we don't quite discern or know yet, as we evolve into light beings. I sort of fell off the path. I sort of went backwards. I forgot how important it was to take the time to be present in nature, in the woods, by a creek, on a mountain, at the beach, near a lake. There's a bird whistling at me. The signs are everywhere. Anyone out there who is feeling the pressure to wake up, feeling the pressure to that internal guidance system you've got going is pushing you. It's pushing you to go where you've never gone before. Switch your routine up. Drive a different way home from work. Pay attention. The signs are everywhere. Even if you don't get off your technology, Spirit, the universe will speak to you through your television. You've just got to pay attention. What things show up in your reality to alert you to the fact that you're living in someone else's story. It's time for all the co-creators out there to take back their free will. We've mindlessly given away our free will as a society, as human beings. And the masses are blindly listening, blindly following orders or suggestions from who? Where are these decisions coming from? Who's making these decisions? Are you really thinking for yourself, or are you following the crowd? Many of us, light workers, have been manipulated, gaslighted into believing that there's something wrong with us because we think differently. We've been convinced that our own inner soul self is not a legitimate source for inspiration or creativity or truth, when in fact, the way to your own truth is to go within. Any outside thing that you're seeking is not going to give you the answers that you seek. If you can go out into the woods, you find a good tree to sit against, lean on, thank that tree, express that gratitude to Mother Nature, to Gaia, express the gratitude to the sky, to the sun, to the moon, express that gratitude that you get a time out from the matrix living to sit and be. And the answers will come. I've been on my spiritual journey, or at least aware of the fact that I've been on a spiritual journey for probably about, legitimately for probably about 7 years. I saw some things prior to that in my life that were making me question my reality. And anytime I try to talk to someone who obviously wasn't on my journey, didn't understand, and I would put more faith in the opinions of others to my detriment. And I'm here today to help anyone out there receive messages that maybe they need to hear today to feel more empowered, to feel that it's good. It's really, really good if you're questioning the system. It's fantastic, actually, if you're feeling the urge to go and just sit outside on the bare ground in your bare feet and soak up the sun for 10 minutes. It's really good if you're feeling inclined to go camping for a weekend alone, or go on a day trip to the beach to recharge, to take a break. Most of the time, you don't really need that much time. Not really, not in the fact that time is an illusion. A few hours will reset anyone out in the woods. If you can turn off your technology and turn off all the other distractions that you've got burdening you. And if you're a person that you can't quite get to somewhere else, find a patch of grass or dirt or sand or a creek nearby. Any form of water will do. Any form of earth, legitimate earth, will do. And put your bare feet on the ground. I urge you to please ground yourself. So many of us are walking around, especially light workers, I included. I do this. I've done this. I find myself unstable and confused and stuck energetically when I forget the basics. I mean, right now, I still have my shoes on as I'm preaching. Ha. That is amazing. Recently, I had an experience a few weeks ago where I was camping, and there was all this moss. And anyone else out there who loves nature will understand. I walked on the moss in my bare feet. It was right next to my campsite. It felt like carpet. Like the best carpet I've ever felt under my feet. My whole life. No synthetic carpet, no plush nonsense carpet will ever feel like what I felt that day when I walked on my bare feet on some moss. Human beings are not meant to live in boxes, all smushed up together. We are supposed to wander and be in tune with nature. Now, what's come to fruition is that there are more places that are populated than there are places for us to go in nature. And all around the world, at least in the United States for sure, national parks, state parks, especially on the weekends, because everyone's still stuck on the Monday through Friday job and does their free time stuff on the weekends, they're becoming inundated with people. And it's unfortunate that we don't have the proper resources to accommodate everyone. If you can, try to go do your nature stuff during the week. At odd times, at times when there's less likely to be crowds. Because, as with anything, crowds of people is going to interfere with you getting in tune with where you need to get in tune with. So if you're really, really set on healing and doing your spiritual work, you've got to make sure that you follow your guidance system and you let it guide you and lead you to the places that won't have interference for you. Some people are all right. Other people, like you, it's only gonna cause conflict when there's too many in small spaces, even if it's still nature. Everything I've said today, I'm not quite sure who it's going to resonate with. I'm just putting this stuff out there and letting my spirit guides speak through me. Make sure that anything that you hear or pay attention to, even from me, you still filter through your own guidance system and only go with what resonates for you. Some messages are for some people and some messages are for other people. And then there's some of you who need to hear every single thing I say. I'm so grateful I came here today. I've been blocked. I've been energetically blocked for a myriad of reasons, some of which I'm aware of, some of which I've got to filter out, some of which I've got to mirror back to those who wish to see me not succeed. You know who you are. My spirit guides are here helping me. And I have ancestors here helping me. The universe, Mother Earth, the sun and the moon is helping me. I'm a divine feminine co-creator, and I am here to be the voice for many. I am here to talk about and bring up things that some may not want to hear. And other things are common topics that many others speak about. There are many of us here doing the same work to help wake up the planet, to help wake up the other light workers who have been stuck and living in a daydream. I channeled a message a few years ago about death, and the media will have you fearing death, when in fact death is a release from this existence that we're in, and will take people back to the light and take people back to the calm, back to their energetic source that they came from. Death is not a punishment. Death is a release for many, and the deaths that are occurring right now on the planet are all designed to occur. So if you're out there grieving someone or multiple someones, as you go through your grief process, you will come to find that those people who you miss may become your spirit guides. Those people who you miss are on another plane, another level, and no longer suffering from whatever it was that they may have been suffering from while they were here. Also, those people who you are missing, their souls, their spirit selves, they signed contracts to come here and to live the life that they did. And when they leave the planet, when their body, their spirit leaves their body, that simply means that they've completed their contract, their soul contract to be here. And you will be reunited once again at some point in time. Man-made time. Time is an illusion. Everything is happening now, in your present moment. And our ancestors and our spirit guides and the people that we've lost want us to thrive. They want us to live. They want us to enjoy nature. They want us to end our self-imposed suffering and find peace within, to understand that as humans, we're limited. As spiritual beings, we are unlimited, and we will be reacquainted with them after we do our due diligence and complete our soul contracts. Many light workers out there are grieving, and you will find that the more time you spend in nature, the more in tune you become, the more connected you actually continue to be with anyone that has passed. I think that's all I have for today. It sure was a lot. I think that because I haven't been doing my due diligence and recording videos, it kind of came out kind of jumbled. So anyone that is following me or watching my videos, this one's going to be a random one. I want to express gratitude to the people in my life who are standing by me, who are supporting me even if they don't understand what it is that I'm doing here. Thank you. I also want to thank anyone else out there joining me here for the Bizzy Show. Until the next time, be love, be light, BeLieve.